When I was 5 years old, my aunt told me something that could change my life forever. Stacy, she said, I'm not your biological mother. I did not understand. She was the only mother I've ever known. I remember crying for many nights. I felt lost. I wondered why this happened to me. I was born in Rwanda, and when I was still a child, both of my parents died in a fire. And my sister was only 13, and suddenly she was responsible for a baby while trying to survive herself. She carried me to my aunt's home, left me there, hoping I would have a chance at life. Since that day, I never saw her. She disappeared. I don't know where life took her, but I never forgot the sacrifice she made for me. Not long after, we fled Rwanda. Like other thousands of family, we left everything behind and stayed in a refugee camp. Staying in a refugee camp teaches you things that people do not have to learn. You discover how little you actually need to survive, but also you discover how much hope matters. Eventually, we were able to move to Kenya. I thought our hardest days were behind us. They were not. We had safety, but we did not have opportunity. So every morning, I remember standing at the door, seeing other kids putting on their backpacks, going through the gate, and leaving me behind. At first, I felt jealous. Then, I felt defeated. I caught myself asking a dangerous question. Why is this happening to me? The more I asked, the more my world grew smaller. So I replaced it with another question. What can I do with what I have? I could not go to school, but my friends could. So every afternoon after they finished school, I could ask them to teach me. One new word, one new math problem, one new story, one lesson at a time. They thought they were simply helping a friend, but what they were actually doing was helping me build my future. I did not have a classroom, so many conversations as my classroom. I did not have teachers, so it turned my friends into teachers. Slowly, I learned how to read. Then I learned how to write. Then one afternoon, my aunt received a call. There was a school that was offering full scholarship to students who otherwise could not afford education. I applied. I hoped for the best. Then one afternoon, my aunt heard that I had been accepted. I still remember the joy on her face after all we've been through, from flooding Rwanda to a refugee camp to years without education. It finally felt as if the world had opened doors for us. But I do not think my story began during the phone call. It began inside me. My mindset, not that mindset that usually tells you, think positive. A practical mindset. The mindset that changes the way you respond to life, even if things do not go according to plan. My story taught me 3 lessons that anyone can use, no matter where you come from. The first lesson: your questions can shape your future. When I kept saying, why me? I stayed stuck. But when I said, what can I do with what I have? I started moving. We cannot always choose our circumstances, but we can choose how we guide our thinking. The second lesson: resourcefulness is often more important than resource. For years, I believed I needed a classroom before I started learning. But the classroom was not what changed my life. My willingness to learn did. Many of us spend years waiting for the perfect condition to do the perfect work, the perfect timing, the perfect job. But purpose happens with what is in front of us. The third lesson: purpose makes persistence possible. People still ask me, how did I keep moving even if things did not go according to plan? The answer was never motivation. Motivation fades, but purpose does not. My purpose was simply to have education. So every choice I made in life became easier. Purpose gave me meaning to every small step I took in life. When the scholarship finally came, I was ready, not because I was the smartest student, but because I spent years becoming one. So today, I would like you all to leave you all with one question that changed my life. Not can a single dream change your future? I believe it can, but the better question is purpose strong enough to keep your dreams alive, even if things do not go according to plan? I believe it can because dreams inspire us, purpose keeps us moving, and mindset determines what we do next. So next time when life tells you, you cannot do this, do not answer with, yes, I cannot. Answer with, what can I learn from this? That single question changed an orphan girl into a girl who taught herself how to read and write. And I believe it can change anyone's life, even beyond mine. Thank you.